Createful Art. Thank you for coming along and painting with me. I am painting and traveling in all 50 US states. Today I am in Indiana in one of their beautiful fields because they farm a lot here, and I'm going to show you how to paint a tractor. So let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to use my 2-inch fat flat brush to get me started, and I'm going to dip it in my water, and I'm going to grab some white paint and a little bit of my favorite sky paint, which is blue. I'm using Brilliant Blue. First I'm going to dip my brush into my white paint here, and I'm adding it onto my canvas because this is going to be a very light blue. I'm just going to make it blend on the canvas. Notice how I go back and forth. I'm going to end my white about here on my canvas. Gives it about 2.5 inches. And now I'm taking a little bit of my Brilliant Blue, just a little bit, and I'm going to add it on. And I'm going to let it be kind of wispy, choppy type brush strokes. Where I add more blue, it's going to look like there's more sky showing. And then where the white is, it's going to appear like clouds. That's all I'm going to do for the sky. Okay, so now I'm grabbing my 1-inch brush and I'm going to start painting the trees. My green is phthalocyanine green. I'm also going to use emerald green, and I'm also going to use my dioxazine purple and my bronze. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blue and I'm going to mix it with my phthalocyanine green. And I'm going to start right here making my trees. So you can see that I'm using a dabbing brush stroke, and I'm letting some of that paint go to the top and be loose. I'm just going to go all the way across. Okay, so now it's time for the next layer of trees, and I'm going to make the next layer darker and add more contrast. So my contrast is going to be with my purple, and the darker is going to be with my green. So I'm going to go with a wider brush stroke for this so that the focus is on the tractor, not the trees. I'm just going in here and just finding the basic shape, the basic colors that are in the trees. Below this tree line is a grassy field. I'm going to add that across. I'm just adding some lime green in here, because far away the grasses or soybeans or whatever's growing out there looks lime green. And then for the shadows here, because the sun's going from there, it's going to shadow along here. So I'm just really quickly going to lift that shadow. And the shadows over here like that. So now I'm going to make the hay and its lines. Make my square right here, and I know that it goes from up to here to there, okay? And then I have other stuff coming in this corner. So I'm just going to follow that. So now I'm going to put in the shadow of my windrows of the hay that's been mowed. Make sure that you put your shadow in, and then you're going to go over the top with the actual color of the hay. So I'm using bronze yellow, and I'm using iridescent gold, and I'll be using bronze and white. So same thing with this. I'm not going to get too detailed. I'm just going to come in here and I'm making strokes like this. And since these are closer together back here, you're just barely going to let some of that green show. This is called dry brush. You're just going over it lightly, no water. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to make more detail happen. So there's all these weeds growing under here. And then there's these long grasses. Do some detail work. Just a little bit since this is closer. Okay, and then back here, there's not a lot going on, so I don't want to give too much of that. Some detail, I just want to make less. Okay, and then you'd find a happy medium in the middle. So I'm adding some shadow over here just to balance that. And so I'll add in some other things on top of that. But you know, sometimes while I'm painting, I just decide to do things. For the tractor, I'm going to be using Nephthol Crimson in quinacridone magenta. I'm going to be using magenta. So I'm going to make my tractor right up here, a little over to the left. If you were to split this in half, okay, and not quite in the middle. Right, so I'm going to put my wheels down first. So what I'm doing basically is I'm finding the shapes of the tractor and how they relate to the shapes next to it. And I'm just going to add each shape as I create the tractor through here, okay? So if you are a Createful Art member, you can go find the reference photo for this. And you can become a Createful Art member anytime. So I'm going to add some silver to the side, right through here where the light is shining off of it. So basically you have to make sure that the shadows and the light and the shapes all match up. So it takes a lot of concentration and adjusting sometimes.
Dad, please hold me.
You can get as detailed as you want with your tractor. You can just put out the basic shapes, or you can make sure it has more detail. But the thing is it just needs to look like a tractor. That's it. So you don't really have to get too detailed. And it's your painting, so be as creative as you want. So the next step is to wash your hands and look back and see what you need to change about your painting to make it what you want it to be, and then sign your work and you're done. Thank you so much for creating with me, and thank you for all of your lovely comments, and a special thank you to all the Createful Art members listed here who helped make these videos possible. You too can become a Createful Art member. There is a link in the description, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!